Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I'm Maui Paul. We are here today to say something nice about ourselves. I'm going to pull a card out of this stack of I am cards that I have, and we are going to go through one of these affirmations together. But before I get started with that, I want to say thank you guys so much to those people who share this broadcast. You are the reason that it reaches around about 1,000 people a week. How cool that is. Thank you for being a part of something so neat. Anyways, I'm gonna pull an affirmation off the top of the deck. I'm gonna ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. You'll respond, I am that affirmation, and then we're gonna write it down in the comments and work on it together. So let's begin by saying that today I am cheerful. I am cheerful. My attitude uplifts and inspires. So I am cheerful. My attitude uplifts and inspires. Are you cheerful? You are cheerful. Your attitude uplifts and inspires. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down into the chat. I am cheerful. Today, my attitude will uplift and inspire. All right. So I have written that down in the chat, and as I do, probably should have made the chat visible before I did that. What you gonna do? As I do that, I am making this more real. Good morning there, Lauren. I see that you are here. Today we are cheerful. My attitude inspires and uplifts. So, anyways, as I do that, I am making it more real. I am putting that thought out there for anybody to support or even disagree with if they want to, but primarily to support, so that we can create this beautiful space here on the internet where indeed we can be cheerful, where our attitudes can inspire and uplift the people who are around us. And I think that it's such an important thing. And the thing that I really like about cheerfulness is that cheerfulness is something that is contagious. It's something that spreads. It's something that goes around. It's something that when we are in the presence of somebody who's cheerful, they are effusively happy. They are, noticeably optimistic. When we are in the presence of somebody who is like that, it we can't help but want to get on that same plane as them. We can't help but want to just be with them in that space. So I am cheerful today. And you are cheerful too. And today we are going to go and inspire and uplift the people who have the pleasure of being around us simply with our attitudes. And being of good cheer is an attitude. It's not about what happens, it's about how we feel about what happens. And while we cannot control what happens, we can certainly control how we feel about it, what we believe that it means, and how we will continue to comport ourselves as a result of whatever it is that's happening. So I think that it's just tremendously important for us to realize that we have control over the way we feel about things. I saw a really fun quote yesterday, and this person said that they said the world does not give us what we focus on, what we think about fervently. All right, the world gives us what we are bold enough to ask for with our actions. And so when we are cheerful, we're asking for the world to be happier around us with our own actions. We are being that change that we want to see in the world. And so I am cheerful today. This card is our permission slip. Good morning there, Shauna. This card is our permission slip to go and make somebody's day, to go make somebody's day better today, and to really embody that spirit of optimism, of faith, of hope, of just being noticeably happy. And particularly, and this is the fun thing about being cheerful, it's that it is most noticeable when we are in a situation where most people aren't noticeably happy. I recall that I went to the DMV once. Everybody loves the DMV, right? Everybody's favorite way of interfacing with the government. I swear that these people have like some kind of a law that says that they have to tell you that your paperwork isn't in order, even if it is, and later on will begrudgingly admit it. But anyways, if you've ever been to the Department of Motor Vehicles in your state, it's not exactly the most cheerful place. And there's lots of people in there, many of whom didn't read the documentation requirements and are trying to convince these government officials to give them a driver's license without the right stuff. And there's frustration, and it's annoying, and it's irritating. And I remember I went in there with just a really positive attitude, and the clerk behind the counter just had this stone face, just did not want to get involved at all with my effusive happiness. And I remember that after about 5 minutes of me just being happy, the clerk finally just cracked a smile, and it was like the clouds parted. And I was like, did I just make somebody at the DMV smile? Yes, I'm so grateful for that. So it was interesting to me because I was able to bring that attitude into a place where I don't often see it, and into a culture where people who work behind the desk are authoritarian. They have to be. Their job is to make sure that people who are coming to apply for official state identification have all of the right requirements in order to get that identification, and many people don't. So they have a very important job. They have a very they have a job where they have to tell people no, and of course they'd rather just give everybody an ID, but they can't, and they have to say no a lot, and saying no a lot to people that will cause that kind of a very not particularly cheerful attitude. So it was fun for me to be able to go there. It's just one of my personal wins that I still remember to this day, is when that person behind the counter, behind the desk, who had been doing functionary work all day, was just cracked a huge smile and revealed to me some of their humanity. And I thought that was just a beautiful thing. So I am cheerful today, and you are cheerful too. So let's go be cheerful. Let's go and make this world a more beautiful place just by being in it. And I want to say thank you guys so much for making this corner of the internet a beautiful place just by being here today. You guys rock. Anyhow, if you need to have a particular affirmation, I have them archived on my YouTube channel, and that is linked in the video description. I see you have popped on there, Jeffrey. Good morning. Good morning. You're a cheerful guy as well. I sometimes, when we're riding around the community, or when I'm walking through the community and I see you driving past, it's always nice to see the smile on your face. So you are a cheerful person as well. And anyways, if you need a particular affirmation, they are linked on my YouTube channel. And of course, all these lives are also linked there, so you can go back to any live that you'd like to see. Until then, we will be meeting at 9 p.m. tonight for Nightfall with Maui Paul. We're going to go through this card again and see how it manifested in our lives. And instead of playing the I am game in the hope that we're going to be cheerful, we're going to play the I am game with the conviction that we already were. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Aloha from paradise.